How would you make a goulash?
We have to have some beef and some potato and some onion. And first you have to make a stew with paprika and chopped beef, and then you have to add the potato.
The paprika.
Oh, it's already added. And you can also add some cumin, some pepper, and then you can just add the water, the
Onion.
potato, the carrot, and then boil it for some time. That's it.
An original Hungarian goulash is made like this. We wanted to find more about the little differences and similarities that define Europe. In February 2009, 4 green map makers from 4 European countries got together in Romania to work out how to achieve this. These people are from east to west. Ciprian Samolia from Bistrița, Romania. Gergő Horváth from Budapest, Hungary. Peter van der Loo from Berlin, Germany. Steve Parry from Bristol, UK. All of us come from a city starting with B. Bees, the flying type, cross-pollinate flowers to improve the health of an ecosystem. An idea was born and was communicated directly to the local institutions. Here we met Corina Ernst for the first time, who is the vice president of Associata Ascendent.
The title will be the 4BsHive, because we are the 4 bees, and the project what we are going to develop is the hive. Yeah.
Together we formed the 4BsHive collaborational green mapping across Europe, funded by Grundtvig Lifelong Learning Program, a green map symbiosis.
And cross-pollination was the metaphor of Steve, because if we call ourselves hive, it's also nice to use this metaphor, cross-pollination.
Nice metaphor, nice animals. But what is green mapping? Green Map is a worldwide system that stores over 750 locally made maps to gather information about green urban spaces and information for sustainable and green living, as well as social and cultural sites to help people to find these. This system makes it possible to share information about green living without understanding the written language by using standardized icons. We videoconferenced with Wendy Braw, the inventor of Green Map Systems, about our project by Skype.
So Green Map System appreciates that your efforts on this and really is excited about the potential for this collaboration.
We left this preparatory visit in Bistrița highly inspired, full of expectations and full of hope to gain the funding.
So I had some of these expectations, like to meet people with different thoughts on the same project.
When coming here, it was not clear at all that what we want to do together. We had a general idea.
If you really want to get people involved and motivated and excited about this project, you have to invite individuals to come and visit each other's cities, because you can't experience being in another country. The only way you can experience it is by actually doing it.
It came out that this can be a good collaboration. So that's in these 4 partners can form a really stable project team.
The economy now is really speeding up things and really wasting a lot of energy and matter in many ways. So we have to really rethink it over and go back to a really sustainable way of living. But that's what I want to achieve. Yeah.
And yes, we got the funding and had a startup meeting in Berlin in September 2009. We planned dates, introduced local institutions and interested participants. And we met another bee from Bristol, Ivor.
SDW new Cologne is Silk Screen Printing Station Neukölln. This is where you are. It's an open space for everybody who's interested in silkscreen printing. And the place here in front, it's our lounge, our foyer, the gallery. And so if you're something like interested in cultural things and you need some space for that, you can have this room here. You can totally rebuild it as you want to have it.
When we explained our ideas to one another, we figured out that we all use different methods in green map making.
For me, I think one of the most valuable aspects of the whole 4BsHive partnership is that each can learn from the other. Individuals can learn from each other, we as partners can learn from each other, the cities can learn from each other, the NGOs within each of the locations can learn from each other. I think that green mapping is a great tool to facilitate learning in all kinds of ways.
Presenting a new green map feature in Copenhagen, Wendy Braw luckily had to stop over in Berlin to visit us and give us the latest news on green mapping.
Me too. Oh, you're filming this? It's really unusual in our network that 4 groups are working together in this way, that there's this repeated interactions in different spots, and learning about the rivers that run through all 4 cities. They're very different. I hope out of it there's new alliances and really potentially a very unique green map experience. We don't know each other's places that well yet, apparently, from what I hear, but is the visitors' feeling about the places they visit different than the residents? Are there ideas that are taking shape in Bristol that'll take root here in Berlin? Will it involve young people in one place, older people in another, different kinds of ideas? What will come out of this? We don't know yet, so I'm looking forward to finding out more.
Wir fahren jetzt nach Bristol.
In October 2009, we met in Bristol for the first study visit. Bristol is an old and very green city, working towards being healthy, sustainable and low carbon for its economy and communities.
And the steering wheel, it's on the wrong car, on the wrong part of the car. It's everything switched. They're supposed to go on the other side, not on this side.
So do you feel safe?
No, at all. It's weird, strange.
Learners from my group, most of them haven't been out, not even once, so they were quite shocked of how Western countries or Western cities look alike.
17 adult learners came to Bristol. They came from different social and cultural backgrounds. Knoll West Media Centre was a cooperation partner to Green Bristol Limited. It is supporting communities to engage with and benefit from digital technologies.
Find out just how.
Hi, I'm Elastic Eric.
Eric animated the icebreaker session.
I'm Steve from the UK.
Hi, I'm Gorgeous Gerger.
Hi, gorgeous guy.
Hi, Modest Monica.
Hi, I'm Gabi, Generous Gabi.
Generous.
Generous, Gabby?
Yes.
That's a good one to know for the next couple of days.
Yeah, he is generous, yeah.
Hi, Generous Gabby.
We know who pays the beer tonight.
Exactly. Generous Gabby.
The staff introduced the media center and the education it offered. People can use the studios to make their own music. The staff also showed us the ecological technologies used in the building.
The sustainable development in Bristol is pretty much advanced in terms of, let's say, recycling management. They've been using the system for quite many years now, while in Bistrica, for example, we're still struggling on a pilot project.
Hey yo, you better flee hops or get your head thrown 3 blocks. L keep rappers hard pumping like beatbox and everything.
I teach community gardening, but as in my own right, I grow vegetable seedlings and sell them online.
Then we started our guided data collection tours in the district walking through Northwest, which is a socially and economically disadvantaged poor district in Bristol. Only a few shops survived. The farmer's shop is one of them.
I'm not in charge, he's in charge.
Our guide Mill Lusk grows plants and teaches children and adults in the community, hoping that people take the chance to reconnect to their roots.
This is how you plant this stuff. You just cut it, stick it in the ground. And believe me, it grows that fast. Ta-da! And this is my garden centre. And we grow all our seedlings in this huge polytunnel here. And we raise all our money from maintaining gardens, teaching and selling our plants. One of the good things about the recession is more people want to grow their own vegetables. Unless people use electricity because they can't leave it on, they have to switch it off. So they're not even going to build one in power stations now because they don't think they need the demand. It's got to be a plus, right?
It's not a native species. This is an invader from Asia.
Parts of the area have a high property crime rate, hence the security fencing you see. The collected data, sound, images and video was put on the local green map. The significance of sustainable sites and how to prepare data to upload to a digital map was taught.
I learned how to use GarageBand, the sound editing program. It's fun.
What I really liked in Bristol is I liked the media center, what we visited, and I really liked the idea that they address the local people and they give them all the opportunity to share their own ideas with the whole community. And what I would really love to see everywhere in Europe, as in Budapest, and my neighborhood in Bekele, that people have the equipment, the opportunity to give voice to their ideas and to share it with their local people and with their local community.
At night there was a climate countdown festival of all local ecological projects in Bristol.
Thank you for coming along here today.
Just imagine the heaven with dog shits all around. Yeah? Yeah, it's not a pleasant thing. And also, like, from heaven, if a dog shits, it falls down to the earth. That's the reason.
I always love taking in touch new people and have international friends, because I think If you know each other personally, it's much more easier to work together.
For instance, this multimedia features of the Knowledge Media Center are really attracting, and I started to think about how we could adapt some of them.
I want to introduce Misty Tunks, who is the Carbon Makeover Manager for the Knowledge Media Centre. Misty's been working with Green Bristol very hard to put on this event over the last few days. I'm very grateful to her for that. And Misty in particular organised this trip to the farm.
The community farm is close to Bristol and gives demonstrations to people from the city. We were of course curious about the bees, related to our project title, and because they are so important for us.
Their main job in the world is to pollinate, yes. They basically, as they're going around collecting pollen and nectar from the flowers, they inadvertently take pollen from one flower, put it onto another one, and that's how the plants reproduce. Apparently if we lost all our honeybees, humans would live for about 3 years, no more than that, because we'd lose all our plants, so there'd be no plants for us to eat, all the animals would die out because there'd be no plants for them to eat, and then we would die out because there'd be nothing left for us to eat, basically. So to help the bees, you can plant lots of bee-friendly plants in your garden, or anyway to attract them into your garden so they've got somewhere to forage. You can offer, if you have a bit of space, to lots of beekeepers are looking for space to keep hives but they don't have anywhere, so you could offer to have a hive in your garden. Of course you could have your own bees.
Because of the 4BsHive project, I've become very, very interested in beekeeping, and now I'm a fully qualified beekeeper. You can get traditional beekeeping and sustainable beekeeping, and one is very, very good long-term for the environment and for the animals and for the earth, and the other is not so good maybe. So because of green mapping, I've been investigating sustainable beekeeping, so ways of being good for the bees and the environment and me.
The next study visit was located in Budapest. To travel green, we decided to make all the other trips by train. Again with us, Wendy Braw, that we invited to come. The reason will be explained later.
Good day for green map if it's gonna rain.
Tiptoe through the almond groves, don't wake the old sparrow. Tiptoe through the early years, see go by. Gently tread through the old man's yard, careful not to stray from the path too far. Gently tread through the garden weeds as they get high. And I walk along the ledge, move closer to the edge.
22 adult learners came to Budapest and were prepared to identify green sites for data collection, as well as the idea of green mapping.
Maps are so important now, but they've always been important for us to give us a new picture of the world. So when you create a green map, you're giving everybody a whole new idea about the place where they live, and you're showing them a view they've never seen before.
You find a small map. Okay, just an overview about looking this. Now we are going to get them a bit more closer. And please get a map. Everybody should have a map, at least that one, which was in the info package. Perhaps some of you also have another touristic map.
Our tour is going to last about 2 hours, and it will end in Király Street, Király utca, close to Deák Square. During our walk, we are going to visit some beautiful inner gardens hiding among the apartment houses.
Tiptoe through the almond groves, don't wake the old sparrow.
Green backyards, something that you would never discover as a normal tourist. These places are not only good for relaxation, but also for the microclimate.
Through the garden weeds as they get high, And I walk along the ledge, move closer to the edge, arms outstretched for balance.
It's really good, it's been interesting, it's been nice to meet another set of new people, and it's nice to see some old faces as well. And I'm looking forward to finding more about the food and the markets and going caving tomorrow. I'm really interested in that.
You can find a lot of caves below Budapest. It has very good climate for people with asthma because the air is so clean. Not an easy way, and some key competences were required.
I'm glad we didn't see, so therefore we did do it. So A1, excellent experience, excellent teamwork as well. Well done, team.
What I got there for? Walk down to the White Coat Manatee. I'm on file. Jog down the old dirt road. Weeds on the side of from the seeds I've sowed.
The next stop was the Pioneers Railway, built in 1946, a nice way of exploring the beautiful nature of the Buda Hills.
Arms outstretched for balance as the vertigo sets in tight, talking through my head. Reflect on what I said. The voices start to make sense. It's time to get along again.
You have this scale, and then you can just try that how strong you can blow, and then it blow, and then it shows the strength.
Strengths of what exactly?
Of your blow.
What this project has done is to bring people from very different social backgrounds together, going from one country, visiting another country. It's not normal tourism. It's almost like being in your own neighbourhood. It's like entering your own neighbourhood in a different country. So you're mixing with local people. So I think that's been a very unusual way to visit Central Europe for the people in Bristol.
The next step was to learn how to put the collected data online.
We are trying to exercise how to use multimedia applications for green mapping, and then we are using free tools like Google's Picasa picture application. It's a very suitable software for editing different photos in a few steps, so it's for beginners, it's really useful. And also it can these photos and these files can be embedded in any online green map platform. We proceed. There is only a bit too little time to do everything what we planned, but it's always like that.
In Bristol, we had a lot of people with very basic IT skills, unlike the other cities, and so they often struggled with this. But we were usually able to overcome that by providing skilled trainers and with the help of people helping each other out.
In the afternoon, there was a press conference and presentation.
Green map is different in every place around the world, but almost everywhere it's like this, where people get together and share ideas about what's important in our community, about sustainable living, and what about nature near our homes is important for us to know about and take care of. Local culture comes into the picture, as well as local social resources, social justice resources. So, with so many different things going on around the world, how can you put this together in a way that it makes sense so that we can learn from each other? One of the things we did to help this is we created a symbol system. All of us are wearing one of the symbols, the official green map symbols, and there's 170 of these icons.
So the task is to talk about the favorite green spot in your hometown, which and why it's good. Okay, it's a kind of introduction to each other.
Introducing the green map icons and green maps made it easier to understand what a green map is all about.
didn't know a lot about green mapping before I came here, but now I've seen some green maps, and that's learning for me because I have never seen any before. I think the specialty about this project is the people who are very, very involved. I mean, I can tell by the way you're working together and by the way you're cooperating here that all of these learners and all of the project people are really committed to green mapping. It's a very nice atmosphere in this project.
And here's the reason why Wendy was invited to Budapest.
Happy birthday, dear Green Map. Happy birthday to you.
I'm hoping in 15 years from now we're all still here and we've made our group 15 times bigger, and that all of our places where we live are 15 times better.
People who are involved in here are learning a lot of skills, like Wendy mentioned before, that it's not only about your own surroundings, but it's also about how to make a map and how to find funding to print it and how to do the marketing with your green map or your area's green map. And also because this is coordinated by an organization which supports conscious consumers and consumer education. This also has to do with learning, and I think one of the very important European topics these days is conscious consumer and consumer education.
Berlin. 24 adult learners came to visit Berlin in August 2010.
Berlin. Berlin.
I like it very much. It's nice.
Getting around by bike was agreed as a good green way of transport to the nearby activities.
Here we are on a real famous ground. One of the first big worldwide passenger airport buildings and grounds.
And I loved the idea that the airport was just left to go crazy. In Bristol, I was talking to someone, they were saying about how spaces would have been boarded up 10, 20 years still with nothing happening to them, whereas here they let the people decide.
It was very interesting, for instance, for the airport Tempelhof to see that people have, even by the way that they are not living in this city, an opinion about what might happen to a spot or to open space like that.
The silkscreen printing workshop at the local SDW was good to learn about the community's network and green map icons.
We flood the image. Here, wir fluten. So we put the ink into the image. And all ink what is here now we will print. This one doesn't really matter.
Auch wenn's woanders schöner wär, ich bliebe hier. Berlin, meine Stadt, ich liebe dir. Berlin. Du bist so wunderbar, Berlin. Du bist so wunderbar, Berlin. Du bist so wunderbar.
We introduced a several generation housing project that used environmentally friendly technologies renovating the house.
This tour is about our house. We're standing in the middle of our garden. They are also using the garden, but we are the group. This machine is not doing the warm water by itself. It's taking the warm water out of the house. What is good, because we are doing our warm water with solar. And the water what is going out of the laundry is going through the wall, and on the other side you will see the kind of boxes where it is collected. That's the box where we collect our showering water. So the dirt is sinking down, and the cleaner water is going to this box, and there's nothing between it, no filter or something like it. It's just the dirt is sinking down, and the water goes there, and you see that this water is much more dirtier than this. So that's the first step for cleaning water.
A house with open doors and solar and wind energy.
I like the principle of recycling the water. They use it for washing, laundry, and then for the garden. I've never seen a community block like that. And I think it's a great idea that you know all your neighbors and are in a special relationship with them.
The sustainable bike ride was leading to the Prinzessinnengarten, where you can learn how to do urban gardening and plant vegetables and flowers.
Maybe I start guerrilla gardening at my neighborhood.
Lady, you got me babbling on like a fat-chin baby on a Saturday morning, and it's all I can do not to act like a fool for you. You got me sitting my soul down there picking my tunes. You got me licking my wounds, and it's all I can do not to lose my cool.
Several alternative creative institutions that open their facilities to the public were introduced in Berlin-Kreuzberg.
Yes, my name is Ina, and this is Kati, my partner. We're doing this together. So we founded this place last October. It is a workshop space where you can use our tools and machines. We have different kinds of machines, like sewing machine and a scroll saw and drill and different tools and materials as well.
Though I try to give it everything that I got, and though it's all I can do to keep it together whenever you come around.
And the badge is ready, okay?
Every single day.
Yes.
Every little thing that you do is super, super fly.
There was a bike tour in Berlin. A girl showed us lots of places where these local green or just community projects are successful, and I try to locate here in Budapest, and maybe this summer I will do that tour for my friends, and I hope one day I will open it for the public too.
So what is going on there?
We're in a studio.
This one is, look, this. So you can see the colors are a little bit different.
Yes.
Yeah. No?
Don't you ever sign your pictures?
If I sell it, then I sign, yeah, but normal, okay, I don't like, fat hair, it's not my style.
Smile, smile, smile at the memory of it all.
Verena Herb is a Berlin artist. She opened her studio in Neukölln to the group, and so did her colleague, who's producing jewelry made of her own hair and German money.
Life, the paradox, it seems to me that all the attraction, all the action amounts to...
The most useful things I learned are the little ideas that I see abroad, in Bistritz and in Berlin also. For example, if you walk the streets in Berlin with a glass of an environmentalist, you just see lots of little things in local scale, not big ones.
The tour also included the area of the Raw Temple in Friedrichshain.
Smile, smile, smile at the very fact I got to meet you at all.
It is a former garage for the German railway and now transformed into an alternative cultural center.
I like the ideas that in Berlin, old houses or old places, they are recycled and made art places, relaxation, and the Tempelhof airport also. Yeah.
Are you going to take home some of these ideas?
Yeah, well, definitely. Building recycling would be one of the ideas that I would take home.
This project has enabled me to compare what Bristol's doing with other cities, and it has to be said that even a relatively deprived city like Berlin has a lot of things that Bristol can learn from. For instance, it has a very strongly developed recycling agenda for all plastic and all glass containers. And in Bristol, we're still struggling.
Já como surpresa.
Life, the paradox, it seems to me that all the attraction and all the action amounts to just memory. In the end, we crawl back in our heads, head for home, seek shelter from the storms alone. And day to day, we search boldly for the end of the story that our parents would quietly whisper on our beds at age 2.
We saw that the learners really can understand what the green map is about, and that they understand that it's worth to put some of these sites onto the map.
You make a walk and you go and look for some sounds. Yes. Here you just hold it, and if you find something or ambience, you know, you like interesting, best is you hold it like this. You know.
The next workshop was meant to bring Europe together in music. Everyone was told to bring sounds from their own countries.
Just 3 words, say, inside.
Kreativ.
Provokator.
Now.
A recorded melody of the underground in Budapest was integrated in the Berlin Ambient Sound Collection, and words in different languages.
Diferit. Inventiv. Nice music. The music is
Really good.
I hope you got some pleasure. And
No, it's brilliant. I really enjoyed that.
And see you tomorrow, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
see you
So,
tomorrow.
madam.
Very nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Really, yeah.
Badly, badly, badly. The new bit of on out of my badly. New bit of on out of my badly. New bit of on out of my.
Here, a lot of people go by bikes. In Budapest, it's impossible to use your bike because everybody has a car and everybody goes by car. Public transport is different, so we have a lot to learn.
Learners of this European project in general, no matter what background or language they're using, interacted in a way that they discussed and found and explored the cities and found sites that they really find worth to put on the map.
I guess I'm learning from each project, especially how to handle the communities and what to give to the communities in what shape and contents. The needs are different from one community to another.
I've met some really interesting people, and it was great to see them. And it was good to see that they think things the same as I did. We weren't so different, and that gave hope for the future.
Next trip was to Biestrita in October 2010. The 24-hour train journey was a lovely way to see the landscape changing and travel slowly to Transylvania. But you have to be prepared for this.
Das haben wir dabei, weil wir fahren in einer Gegend, wo es zweibeinige, fliegende skandinaviöse Lebewesen gibt und man das dabei hat, dann hat man Glück und wird nicht gebissen. Seit 20 Stunden bin ich schon unterwegs und ja, wir nähern uns jetzt langsam Cluj.
Bistrica was nice to visit. Everything is in walking distance and the club room of the famous football club was a good location to get there.
We have 6 groups. One of them is will be riding the bike. You look for recyclable places, like let's say a center where you can recycle things. They take batteries or electronics, etc. You look for second-hand shops. You can look for historical monument, libraries, and there are some libraries in the area.
Exploring the local history museum, we saw not only the Romanian but also the German history of that area. Mirella was a brilliant guide to art studios and traditional houses.
Right, this device is a GPS device, which means it connects to a network of global positioning systems, other satellites, and then it communicates with them and gives me a location of where I am. What I write down now on a piece of paper are these coordinates, which will go in the form, and instead of zooming in and out and browsing and panning the map, I'll just put these coordinates and it will instantly take me to the location of the map. This will save time and also accuracy of our location. I also have a map of Bistrica and it shows me pretty much where I am, just near the church. So this is number 1 on the map. Yeah. And if I hit OK, enter, and I go on the map, it will show me the position, and this will go on the map later on when we upload the sites on Open Green Map in Bistrica.
Before the project, most of our adult learners did not have any knowledge on GIS or similar modern technologies, and it was really good that we could provide them the possibility to learn about them, also to try the different equipments and also to practice them how to use them.
Data collection with the GPS device led us to the only bike repair shop in Bistrica. Every site was documented with a photo. The bicycle lane and the pollution monitor were also added to the spot list in the GPS device.
So the point will be number 6.
Yeah, yes. The name of the point?
It's a pollution monitor.
Here data was prepared for upload.
I'm creating a new folder to save the photos in that we took from our city centre green mapping, our historical green mapping.
It is projects like this one, like the 4BsHive green mapping collaborational network, that makes people, the other learners, feel not like a dyslexic in front of technology.
We've just linked the GPS to the computer, and the GPS has told the computer a big long list, and they're on here now. But now we need to link each site to the Flickr photograph. That's what we're going to do.
So this is one of the systems we use today. We use the walking paper, which means I went to a website, walkingpaper.org, and I zoomed in to Bistrica OpenStreetMap. I printed the map, which prints also a code, and then in the field you put green map icon stickers like these ones that we use on green map, and the next step is going to your computer with a scanner. You scan the paper and it will exactly attach to the place it was taken from. So this will replace a GPS in the field. And this is really, let's say, cheap, fast way to do mapping in an urban area. Each country used a different approach. One of the project partners, they used a printed version. One of them were doing online versions. They used different systems. Even the themes that were used on green mapping were different.
The glass factory is a local business employing only local citizens. It is one of the few production businesses in Bistrica.
It was a good opportunity to go to another country to help Bistrica people to make their green map. And we learned a lot about the city and the country, and I enjoyed very much apart from doing something for sustainability, that we learned a lot about Bistrica.
Do you ever think about tomorrow? Do you ever think someday just may ever come? Do you ever think about tomorrow? Someday may just fade on away. Everybody needs a hand to be squeezed. Baby, I got your hello. Put your little fingers in my hand, lick them up, suck them down.
We had dinner in a very lovely traditional restaurant, a good chance to socialize and try the local food.
It was very inspiring.
I think it was a quite successful project. I'm really happy that we could mobilize some 20 adult learners.
I always enjoy learning that people in the other parts of the world think in the same way or in a similar way like me, and I'm not alone, or we are not alone, and it's good to know that there are other people who find sustainability important and to work together on green mapping.
It was an opportunity for everyday people to meet and to look at environmentally friendly things within the city as they work or don't work. And it was good to mix the ideas.
I think that it makes sense, and that is also in terms of the European Union very interesting, that you can see that people with various languages and really different cultural backgrounds can interact together and work in the same aim to develop some sustainable sites.
I'm really happy that out of this green mapping process there were 2 green maps realized by other groups, not by ourselves. And also I had the chance to involve some really important green map activists who I can work with now.
My idea of Europe has expanded. You know, it goes well. It's a huge a huge concatenation of nations now, and as a whole, it's a very powerful worldwide influence, I think, and that's what I'm beginning to appreciate.
I think interacting with the people, it is the easiest way that you can prove and you can make the people understand that green mapping is helpful.
Would you do it again?
Yes, I would.
Absolutely, at a drop of a hat, yeah.
Yes, I would do it again.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'd love to be involved in a project like this again. It's been great fun to be involved in. It's been a great privilege to be part of the organising team.
Definitely.
I would. I would do it again, yes.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'd do it again.
I would do it, yes. It was a great experience.
Really very inspiring, yes.
I would recommend it to other people because it's a good way of community building, and it's useful and sustainable, and yeah, there's nothing against it, just pros.
This is beautiful.
Willkommen in our country.
And not to forget, we were hosted by lovely Corina Ernst, who was all over the project, introducing us to the most delicious Romanian dishes and to her self-made liquor.
Ja, ist Hämoglobin, guck mal.
Thank you.
Sănătate, also Gesundheit. Enjoy.